Do you get to see the people, or do you just get these messages from?
You get like tweets. They're like tweets that pop up at the top of the screen. But the tweets actually are kind of bullshit. They're like, no, they are. They're like the game has designed them to be like annoying, like the annoying person in like the Facebook community group, where like they have complaints about things that aren't real. That's like kind of like what the tweets represent. You kind of have to like look at your actual data to figure out what people are really feeling, because like there's like different charts that you can pull up, and it'll say like, you know, it'll tell you like where you are with like utilities and people's overall happiness and things like that. And my people generally are happy. It's just that like when you grow quickly, services that were okay quickly become overloaded, and then you end up with garbage everywhere. It goes from not enough hospitals to not enough cemeteries.
Could you use the landfill for that? Like 2 birds.
They should give you the option, really. Like, they should give you the option, but they don't. You have to actually build cemeteries or not incinerators, but crematoriums.
Can you put industry in, but like it's terrible. Like, can you make the DuPont of this place where like, sure, it brings jobs and stuff, but it's killing a lot of people.
That just kind of happens if you don't plan the layout of the city right. Because like for my first couple go-arounds, I didn't quite understand everything. So I would put my residential areas too close to the industry, and then people would just be like getting sick immediately. Like, it didn't matter how many hospitals I had, people would just be like constantly sick. Like, I had to restart my city like at least 7 times before I figured it out. And like, the most efficient way to do it is probably not the most like visually pleasing way to do it, because like I was playing it when John and Ian and Nick came to record the other podcast, and John made a comment about how all my industry was right off of the highway, and he was like, "Oh, that's a great introduction to people coming to your city." And I'm like, "Yeah, but like now my industry has like direct access to resources." So it's like it's the more efficient way to do it, really, is to have everything like right off of the highway. But nobody wants that, because like you don't want to be driving through like River Rouge, which is like, you know, for people not from Detroit, that's where they shot RoboCop.
Yeah, it's wild. Can you intentionally, like, that's your point when you play it, is just to be like a slumlord?
Oh yeah, for sure. 100%. There's a video on YouTube of with Sim City, not this game, of a guy that was purposely trying to make the most efficient but also at the same time dystopian city that he could possibly make. And he actually was applying math equations to figure out how to do it the best, as far as like proportioning industry to retail to housing. What would be like the most, like, how would the city make the most money while not losing people but making them the most unhappy that they can be? which factored in like transportation, like public transportation, like what is the right amount of transportation to provide citizens that they can get to work but not do anything fun. Like, what is the right amount of like housing per like city block where people will stay there but be very unhappy about their situation.
Do people play this game on Twitch?
Well, it's Sim City.
Oh, Sim City.
Yeah, somebody did it in Sim City. They created this just like dystopian, huge, mega metropolis that is just like incredibly efficient and makes a lot of money.
I wonder if any city planners are like taking tips on it. Like, this is brilliant.
Well, I think the guy that did it is actually a city planner. Like, I think he was actually a city planner, and as like an exercise, he was like doing that. He was like applying all these principles that you apply in actual city planning to see like how evil he could be